All right. Well, here we are at the 54th annual White Marlin Invitational here in the windy Queen City, Beach Haven. Um, in our tournament, you can fish 2 out of 3 days. So today it looks like the entire fleet took a lay day, which is a smart move given the breezy conditions that we have. But yesterday's action was pretty decent. We've got the shark bite, most billfish release overall with 650 points. They had 2 white marlin, and because they had the first fish of the day, they got a bonus 200 points. So they're in the lead in that. Code Blue has 450, Lit Up with 450, and the Crisdell with 450. And also Love and Life with 450, and they satellite tagged a fish for us for the IGFA Great Marlin race. And so we're really stoked about that. Getting that information back on the satellite tag in about 4 months will be really cool. In the tuna division, we have the Bandit with top three fish, and they have a 115.9, a 107.6, and a 105.3. And Crisdell in fourth, right behind that, with a 104.5 on those big eye tunas. So anyway, no action today, nothing to come into the scales. Tomorrow will be gangbusters for sure. It's going to be it'll be a crazy afternoon here at the scales with all 54 boats fishing. Right now with me, I've got our one and only incredibly great tournament chairman, Dave Wittenborn, who's just past several years now has brought this thing into another level. And Dave, talk a little bit about what it takes getting this thing going. It's a 365-day-a-year job for Dave, and he does an outstanding job.
So we're a tournament of all volunteers. Everything that you see here has been put together by members of our club, the Beach Haven Marlin Tuna Club. And it is an absolutely 365-day planning. I mean, when we finished up last year, we literally started the next day planning, having meetings, what worked, what didn't work. And it's a pleasure, to be honest with you. I really enjoy putting this together. And, you know, from where this tournament has come in the 3 years that we've been doing this, it's just incredible that what we've been able to put together. And Carl, of course, you're on the committee. You and I talk, if not daily, we definitely talk weekly when you're not fishing around the world doing your fishing stuff. So it's absolutely incredible what we've been able to put together.
Yeah, it's neat. We got a great committee, got a really bunch of good folks. Talk a little bit about, there's the volunteer teams that are here. We have several different things going on. We have the tournament volunteers, and then we have this great Marlin Fest that's going on, and the team that puts that together. But we have away-in volunteers. We have junior mates. Talk a little bit about that.
So we have, we're volunteers, so we have different committees handle different tasks because, there's just too much for 1 or 2 people to take care of. So we have a whole entire away team committee. They've been doing this for years. I don't tell them what to do. They wouldn't listen to me even if I told them what to do. So they're fantastic. We have the Marlin Fest committee who, has put on, gathered up all these wonderful sponsors and, just all the planning for this whole event. I mean, this is a massive undertaking. Then, of course, we have the actual tournament, which is the tournament committee, which we're all part of. And, there's just many different aspects to the entire event than just what you see.
So now you're not only running this thing, but you're fishing. Now, talk a little bit about your day yesterday. What happened?
Well, we went 109 miles, and my boat back here is it's a Northern Bay lobster boat, which I had built in Maine. I can talk about that for quite a long time, but it's not a very fast boat. So our trip out was, it took us about 5.5 hours to get out there, and about 5 hours to come back. And we got out to the location. We had some nice looking water. We had birds working, and put the lines in, and right away, I'd say within maybe a half an hour, we got an incredible strike on the line. My son Luke got on the rod. He's reeling the fish in. This is after about 45 minutes. I mean, we thought we had the winning tuna. I mean, I don't like to say we were spending our money before we had it, but we were very hopeful to what was going on. And, I've caught a lot of fish out there, and, I've caught a lot of tuna, and, about 3/4 of the way through the fight, it stopped acting like a tuna. It started coming to the surface a little bit, and then right away we thought shark. We, put some more heat on it, and we kept reeling it in, and then it was about a 450-pound manta ray so, that we got up to the boat, and it was a pretty big disappointment. Not only that, it wasn't the fish we wanted. We spent about an hour and a half on this fish. We wasted a lot of time. So in a tournament, you can't waste time. And when you know it, about 4 hours later, we actually hooked another one.
Jeez.
But by then, I realized what it was, so we spent about 15 minutes on it and then basically just cut the line. But, it was a beautiful day, but no fruitless for us as far as tournament fishing.
Right. Well, I think there's a lot. That's part of it too. You got to make that long run, but that's for 7 hours of fishing, 20 hours of running, or 10 hours of running. That's a lot. That's a lot. But you got to go to where the fish are. You can't catch them where they aren't. Anyway, we're here for a little bit. We're going to talk to some other folks, and hope y'all have a good time at Marlin Fest. We'll listen to a couple songs, and then we'll be back with some more guests, and we'll go from there.
Got Triple Crown Ballyhoo, straight from Florida, best ballyhoo around. We've got plenty of it in the store. I have horse, I have medium large, I have select, I have small, and I have rigged. So come here for your ballyhoo.
So Jingles, you offshore. What else? I'm not
Offshore, near shore, surf, bay. We've got everything you need.
Awesome.
Everything you need. All your fishing needs are right here at Jingles.
Come to Jingles, guys. Thank you. See you.
All right, folks. One of the great things we do here, we got a lot of charity stuff going on. We like to support our local charities. Obviously, our Beach Haven Volunteer Fire Company. Hats off to those guys, man. They show up, bring the big flag and the truck, and they serve this community so well for over 100 years. The Beach Haven First Aid Squad, but another charity that we belong to, Tim Irons, who's a member of the club and on the committee, has the Patriot Fund. And I want Tim to talk to us a little bit about Patriot Fund and what to do.
Thank you, Carl. The Patriot Fund is a nonprofit 501c3 organization, and we are the fundraising arm of approved vetted charities, of veteran charities. So what we basically do is the board members go out and we raise money for veterans charities who can't raise money on their own or need help raising money. And we'll pick 21 to 27 charities a year. We'll vet them. Every board member is an advocate of a veteran charity. We go through that charity. We find out that one of the requirements is that they must be towing our same kind of mission line to help the veterans. Plus, 97% of every dollar they receive must go right to the veterans. They cannot take high-cost administration or anything from the veterans. And it's a really great organization. Last year, we raised over $1 million. And we started locally in Mount Laurel. Now we have an arm in Naples and here. So, yep, it's a great organization. The vets deserve everything.
No doubt. The other night we had a Gold Star family here who lost their son and gave a good talk about what it means to them to have Patriot Fund behind them. Talk a little bit about those folks. It was really cool.
So that was Mary and Charlie Strange. They are the parent of Michael Strange. Michael was a team leader for SEAL Team 6. He was killed in Afghanistan with 21 other SEAL members. They have part of their therapy to survive losing their son is to get involved to help other families who've lost members of their families to incident. And there was 21 SEAL brothers that he lost during that time. So they go around. The matter of fact, Michael and Mary Strange were here. They give a great. Charlie and Mary Strange were here, and they are now up in New York helping other Gold Star families this weekend. They are running a fishing tournament called the War on the Water, August 29th to September 3rd at Ocean City. So you can check it out, and they're amazing people. They're doing a great job to help these Gold Star families. Because some of them never survive. They just don't get through it.
They don't get through it. No, it's incredibly difficult. And that's Ocean City, New Jersey, 28th to the 3rd, 29th to the 3rd, something like that. War on the Water tournament to benefit those guys, and we can't do enough for our veterans. We just can't, and they need all the respect that anyone could possibly give them. Notice you got a Connected by Water shirt on there. Old Dennis Friel, the artist, a good guy. Jimmy Johnson tournament. Old Dennis is a good buddy of ours and big sporter. Anyway, we'll take a little break here. We got another couple folks come up to talk, but it's windy, it's windy, it's windy. Thanks, Tim. Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. I think we got a couple more commercials from some of our great sponsors. You just saw Papa's Pilar, Penn Reels, and we're going to roll a couple more here because we got some great folks behind us.
To be a father, leaves a daughter and a son.
Understand the fish. Design the bait. No, redesign it. Trim this. Add that. Definitely more of that. Perfect. Will they smash it? Smashing it and holding it. That's how we do it. That's the formulas. Tweak the colors. Make it sing. Make it dance. Optimize design for that lateral line. All with a single track mind for getting hit, staying bit, ripping lips, for making any fish your fish. That's our science. Berkeley Science, baby.
Parker's Garage, the Tide Table Group, is a great supporter of our event here, Marlin Fest and the tournament. Bird and Betty's has Big Deck Energy, giant deck here overlooking the bay in Beach Haven, and great clam pizza. They got the meatballs, they got the Jersey Devils. The place is awesome. I'm going to go up there and check it out, and Parker's Garage serves a great dinner as well. Anyway, there's an incredible talent pool here in Beach Haven, folks that come and do different jobs and have all kinds of different things going on. I got a guy here with me now, a good buddy of mine, Mike Swenson's here. Mike is a sports agent and has some big time stuff going on. Mike, talk a little bit about Wasserman, the company you work for, and what you do with them.
Well, first, Carl, thanks for having me, and congrats on another phenomenal event. We were watching the live stream last night, and some phenomenal fish coming in, so really, really appreciate it. But again, my name is Mike Swenson. I'm an NFL agent at a firm called Wasserman. We're considered one of the top sports and entertainment agencies in the business. Again, I'm on the NFL side, but we represent top MLB clients, NBA clients, NHL, as well as WNBA, Olympics, as well as artists, musicians like Drake, Kendrick Lamar, Jack Harlow, amongst others. But been in the business for 15 years, been doing it at a high level, represent some NFL players like Max Crosby, Alexander Madison, Alex Highsmith, work with guys like Amari Cooper and the legend of Marshawn Lynch and Beast Mode. So been doing it at a high level for a little while now.
Very cool. How'd you get into that, and what brings you to Beach Haven?
Well, what brings me to Beach Haven is my family, my in-laws and my wife, and the extended family. And being from California, born and raised, I've never really heard of the Jersey Shore until meeting my beautiful wife. And I'm telling you, don't tell too many people about this place. It's a hidden gem, So, but got in the business a little bit by accident. I had a buddy going through the process and asked me to sit with him through the agent process. And really, personally, I didn't know anything about the business, right? It's not on classified ads and those kind of things, just the movie Jerry Maguire or something like that. And Buddy just asked me to sit in through his agent process, and it was a blessing at the end of the day. Buddy was a little bit of a diva. Sat down with everybody, the local agent with no clients, the biggest and best, and ultimately he made a decision, and he reached out to me after he got drafted, and was like, hey, Mike, what do you think about doing this, and helping me do things in the community? And I was like, wow, is this why you signed up with an agent? But just saw that was a missing piece and truly an area that I could add value to my clients, and that's how I really got into it.
Awesome. That's really cool. It's an interesting business, and I know we get to talk a lot about it. It's always intriguing for me to listen to the stories and hear some of the things he's got to do for these guys. It's pretty crazy, but it's neat. Anyway, we're going to be back. We've got a couple other gals coming that we're going to talk to that do an awful lot of work here on Barnegat Bay, and this body of water behind us is so important to Beach Haven, Long Beach Island, our local community. It's really the cornerstone to this whole place, and so we're gonna come back here in a little bit. We got a couple more commercials to run, and we'll get those gals up here and go. Again, no fishing today. Big winds out of the west, and so everyone took a lay day today. Tomorrow is the last day of fishing, so we'll have 54 boats out on the grounds tomorrow. And tomorrow evening at Marlin Fest, and the weigh-in is going to prove to be very interesting. It'll be a shuffle the deck in the morning to find out where to go. Teams are going to be looking where to be. There'll be a lot of coverage, a lot of spread out everywhere, and hopefully they get onto the fish, and we'll see some big weigh-ins tomorrow. Anyway, we'll be back in just a couple minutes. Mike, thanks a million, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
We want to be a part of the community. We want to be part of your LBI experience. You're always going to be treated like family, and you can find whatever you're looking for.
I think I take the most pride in having some of the biggest names in surfing's history, past and present, come here to LBI and see where we live, see our surf community, see our beaches, and just be taken aback and being like, wow, this is New Jersey, this is the shore.
Just wonderful, wonderful people, just about everybody. I don't think I've met anybody that I did not enjoy knowing.
We are a steward of the surf industry. We're a steward of this island.
All I want is sunshine. Long nights, slow summer, need that 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 sunshine. Long nights, slow summer. My bones, off from my city, off from my home. I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. Off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up, no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop. And under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. Ooh, it's something magical. It's in the air, it's in my blood, it's rushing on. I don't need no reason, don't need control. I fly so high, no ceiling when I'm in my zone. Cause I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop, stop, stop. Under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, dance.
The stumps and rocks, the grass flats and potholes, the points, humps, and drop-offs, creek beds and old road beds. Hold it all in your hands and fish.
Picture a boat designed for you, by you. Enrique's Yachts will build you a yacht strong enough to withstand the sea without compromising luxury. For over 40 years, Enrique's Yachts have been building semi-custom, all-original boats known for our strong, hand-laid fiberglass hulls, sizable cockpits, and luxury interiors. Ona Henriquez. Come join our family.
You see those carts are shuttling all our folks around here and everything. So, Richie, we didn't fish today, but I'm going to give another rundown here. We have one boat with 650 points in the White Marlin division. We have 4 boats with 450. There was Shark Bite in the lead, then Code Blue, then Lit Up, Crisdell, and Love and Life. And in the tuna, we have the top 3 fish are on one boat, the Bandit, and they're followed up with the Crisdell. So one of the things we have here at Marlin Fest is all these vendors and all, but we got a local guy here who started a company called Bunker Bros, Richie Southwick, and he's done a heck of a job with it. Might have had a little help from his mom, but she's over there working while Richie goes fishing. But anyway, Richie's comes up with these clever shirt designs and everything, and he's got himself quite a little deal going, heck of an entrepreneur. Richie, talk a little bit about Bunker Bros. How'd you get going?
I wanted to do a fishing YouTube channel with my friend Dylan, but I couldn't really do it since he lived in Pennsylvania. So my mom said it was a good name, and then we made it to a shirt company and apparel.
So now what all do you have besides shirts? You got a whole tent full of stuff over there.
Sweatshirts, crew necks, sun shirts, hats, and cups now, and some stickers.
Stickers are always big. Well, that's cool. So how long have you been doing this now, Richie?
Like 3 years.
What's your favorite part about it?
Meeting all the new people.
Have you? Where's the farthest place you've seen a Bunker Bros shirt shown?
I don't really know.
Well, I know we've had them in Mexico, and I know I've had it in Australia, and let's see, where else have I had it? I've had it in a couple other places pretty far away. So Hawaii, Kona, Hawaii. I wore a Bunker Bros hat in Hawaii. All right, well, anyway, Richie's got a heck of a deal going, but that's part of what's going on here at Marlin Fest, man. There's just such a great bunch of vendors here. Got Dock and Claw restaurants, got lobster rolls. We have Finwar sunglasses here. Kava Threads is all the way here from Vermont. We've got realtors here. We've got Farias is here, the great surf shop on the island. Timmy Irons is here with his booth and insurance. Just a lot of stuff going on. It's really cool. Aaron's here with Qualified Captain. We're going to try and get him up here a little bit. Anyway, a lot of stuff going on down here at Marlin Fest on Dock Road in Beach Haven. Come on down and get a drink or have a beer and check out these great vendors and see what they got going on. We got Chick-fil-A over here. Everybody loves Chick-fil-A. There's always a line there. Anyway, and we got Jingles Bait and Tackles here up on 13th Street, Beach Haven. And holy crow, we got a whole bunch of stuff. South Jersey Yacht Sales is here. Anyway, a lot of fun going on. No fishing, plenty of wind. Anyway, we'll be back in a little bit. Thank you. All right, we're back here at the Marlin Fest, and again, no fishing today. Everybody laid because of all the wind. But anyway, we've got a bunch of vendors here, and there's a great spot here on Center Street in Beach Haven called the Dock and Claw, old historic place. It's always been known as a clam bar, actually right across from my grandparents' house. And my father opened clams there in the 40s, 50s, and I opened clams there for Johnny Potatoes Mormando, helped him actually build the place and the bar and grind the floor and all kind of stuff. Anyway, you're always an old shucker if you shuck a few. Yeah. Anyway, talk to me a little bit about Dock and Claw and what you guys do. You got a trailer down here, you're serving stuff, and then you've got your place on Center Street. Tell me a little bit about how you got in it and what's going on.
Yeah, so we started last season. It's very special to take over a place like the Clam Bar. I know it's been there for 60, 70 years. So we tried to keep the tradition of that, just jazz it up for the future a little bit. We actually started with our food truck before we took over the restaurant. So we've had the food truck for 3 years. We do some private parties. But I love having the restaurant. I've been in the restaurant business my whole life. I've been a bartender. My business partner, Steve, was the head chef down here at a restaurant. And we just love having the brick and mortar and having locals come in and meeting everybody and getting I try to cultivate like a Cheers type vibe there. And I feel like we've done pretty good at that.
I'd say there's always people sitting in the tables outside, and the bar's always full, and you got fresh shellfish. You got oysters, clams, what do you got going on?
We kept all the raw bar stuff that like Johnny Mormando and Nell and everybody did, the clams, the oysters, everything like that. And then we ramped it up a little bit with fish tacos, a lobster roll, and I think maybe the best burger on the island. It's kind of a sneaky thing we have there, but we have a very good burger there. Tuna poke, fresh tuna, and Matt and Amber. It's a brother-sister combo in our kitchen, and they're very talented, and they do different specials each week that people can try. So you can get bronzino right now. We're doing soft shell crab sauteed as a special, so we like to mix it up and have different things.
What do you have here at Marlin Fest? What do you have here?
So over here, we're just doing made to order. We have our famous lobster roll that we're doing. We have the tuna poke nachos. We're doing a Mexicali salad with blackened shrimp, and we have a mac and cheese, and you can add pulled pork to it. Also, the mac and cheese is very good.
Awesome. Dock and Claw on Center Street, or down here at the Marlin Fest. Come on down and get something to eat, get something to drink, and hang out, cruise around, check out everybody. Anyway, Kevin, thanks a million for coming by.
Thanks, man.
And enjoy it, man. Have a good time. I hope you have a good tournament. Thanks for being a part of it. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah, man. All right. We'll be back here in just a couple minutes. We've got some really important stuff coming up. We're going to be donating, writing the checks to a couple of our favorite charities, the Beach Haven Volunteer Fire Company and Beach Haven Beach Patrol. These folks are there to serve you when you have problems. And, man, we need them. We need them really bad. So our tournament's very proud to support them. And we're going to be back in a little bit. We're going to be writing some big checks to those folks. So stand by. We'll be back in just a little bit.
Fisherman's Headquarters is your full-service bait and tackle shop. Family owned and operated since 1962, helping anglers catch more fish for over 60 years. Commended and recommended for excellence in sales and service. Shop year-round on the Causeway in Long Beach Island or online, fishermansheadquarters.com.
Imagine gently swaying palm trees and tiki bars. Welcome to the Seashell Resort and Beach Club, LBI's premier oceanfront resort. Stay in one of our beautifully renovated guest rooms. Enjoy cocktails on our private beach. And relax around the fire pits while listening to live music. On the oceanfront deck, enjoy lunch, dinner, and sushi. Or sip a fabulous cocktail at our martini and wine bar. Discover paradise at the Seashell Resort and Beach Club, Center Street, Beach Haven.
All right, here we go. So come on up in here, Dave. Bring that right up over here. Guys, come over here. This is our famous Beach Haven Beach Patrol crew. We got a couple lifeguards here and our chief, Megan. When you go down to visit the great beaches here on Long Beach Island, and especially Beach Haven, we have folks here to help you. The lifeguards are on duty and always trying to help. And anyway, we got Dave Wittenborn here. We got Cindy Grablani, who's here, does Marlin Fest for us. Anyway, Dave, tell us a little bit about what we're doing here, donating some dough to these folks.
Well, we're giving back to the community. I mean, we all love the beaches here, and I know we don't take these guys for granted because they're there to save us when we're out playing and having fun. We're never thinking about it, but these folks always have our back, and we're just really thankful. And this is a little something we can do to give back to the community. So, just to show our appreciation.
Thank you. Hey, Megan. Megan, come here a second. Yeah. Come talk to me real quick here. I'm going to stand back here, and we'll come in this way. Talk a little bit about what it takes to be a lifeguard in Beach Haven, all the training and time that it takes to do all this stuff. It doesn't just happen automatically. Tell me a little bit about it. Tell me what you do.
So in the morning, we train every morning from 9 to 10. We do an active workout, and we do practice a rescue, and we do that every morning before we even go onto our beach. And to be a lifeguard, you have to pass a swim test, you have to pass an interview, and you have to pass a run test. So before you can even join the patrol, you have to do all those things. And then every morning we work on our skills so we know that we are ready for the day that's ahead of us.
I got you. Now, I understand there's a lifeguard competition, and I got to say, Beach Haven needs to beat Harvey Cedars one of these years. Come on, they're beating us. What's going on here?
Well, we have a beautiful blue and gold competition, which is our inter-squad competition, but we are very focused on the safety of the patrol.
That's awesome. And the beaches, yeah. That's good. What's has anything happened bad? We've had a good luck this summer. Nobody's had any problems.
We have like 2 weeks left. Don't say that.
No, it's all good.
There's a jinx on us.
There's no jinx.
We can talk to you after Labor Day.
We're in good hands. We're in good hands. We got you by our side. All right. Anyway, folks, Beach Haven Beach Patrol looking out for us all. Thank you very much, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. All right. Next up, Beach Haven Volunteer Fire Company. I'm pretty sure that my father might be the longest living member right now of Beach Haven. He's been a life member for a long, long time. But these guys, they've got great equipment. They do unbelievable fundraisers to keep their equipment up to snuff. And when that whistle goes off, man, there's nobody I'd want more than these guys because they're there all the time. They are rock steady. Beach Haven Volunteer Fire Company. Dave, here you go.
Well, what can you say about these guys? I mean, these guys are just the best. You hear that whistle go off, we're all laying in our bed, and these guys are getting up and going out and taking care of us. So, I mean, there's really nothing you can really say. These guys are fantastic.
Awesome. Beach Haven Volunteer Fire Company. Chief, you got a minute? He's not? Who's here? Who wants to talk? John. Come on, John. All right. Say a few words for us about the Volunteer Fire Company.
All right. Well, we love being here, helping you guys out. We're, like you say, we're on call 24 hours. We do ocean rescue, bay rescues to help the beach patrol out when they're not around and we're not working. We take care of it all winter long, and we respond to everything from an elevator rescue to your CO alarms to your building fires. So we take care of everything else.
That's incredible. All volunteer fire company. It's just incredible. And the amount of calls that they get in a summer lately, it was way different than when I was a kid here. We used to have those sandlot fires and stuff, and now you guys are responding to things that's unbelievable. Anyway, things have changed, but they've got great equipment. They've got a heck of a bunch of guys behind them, and they're here 24/7 all year long taking care of Beach Haven and other parts of the island as well. Beach Haven Volunteer Fire Company. You guys have a couple fundraisers coming up in the fall.
Yeah, we have the block party, which will be doing Chatterfest, and then there's going to be a craft show at the firehouse in November, and there's a singer at the church. Which church is that?
I don't know if they decided where yet.
We have.
Well, there's going to be a singer somewhere. I don't know. Maybe on the back of the truck. I don't know. Check Facebook. And also the famous turkey dinner. Listen, folks, please fill the boot for these guys, man. Go give them a little something. They need some love. They need to keep their equipment up to date. And anything that you can do to help them, we really appreciate. Thanks, guys. Beach Haven Volunteer Fire Company, #1.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right. We'll be back in just a minute. We got some more great folks coming up.
We've got Triple Crown Ballyhoo, straight from Florida. Best ballyhoo around. We've got plenty of it in the store. I have horse, I have medium large, I have select, I have small, and I have rigged. So come here for your ballyhoo.
So Jingles, you offshore. What else? I'm not...
offshore, near shore, surf, bay. We've got everything you need.
Awesome.
Everything you need. All your fishing needs are right here at Jingles.
Come to Jingles, guys. Thank you. See you.
Top is Pilar Rum, the rum that fuels the White Marlin Invitational. Great product, great friend of our tournament, great sponsor, great friend of sport fishing in general and everything. Got a guy with me now here, Joe from Jetty Products. Now, Jetty is a local brand here that got started kind of auspiciously. There might have been a few beers involved, but very involved in our local community. You see their logos everywhere. Jetty Apparel. Guys started out real very small, but they've grown it into a heck of a company. Joe, tell me a little story about how they got going.
So yeah, actually Jetty started 20 years ago. So this is our 20th anniversary. 20 years ago, 5 guys on a ski trip in Vermont threw $200 each into a hat to launch the brand. They started with 2 designs, sold them to Farias and another shop, and here we are 20 years later. We have 3 buildings in town. We have over 70 employees, and we're in close to 600 retailers across the country, and that's just Jetty. That's not even touching on the Jetty Rock Foundation and the over $2 million we've donated back into the community.
That's awesome. Now, these guys started right here at my alma mater, where I went to high school at MIT, the Manahawkin Institute of Technology, also known as Southern Regional. But anyway, they're proud graduates of that fine institution. Anyway, they also have the Jetty Rock Foundation, which has done incredible stuff. They were very involved in a great film called The Oyster Farmers. I got a couple gals that are going to come up. We're going to talk about some of that in a little bit. And anyway, tell me about Jetty Rock and what the whole deal is with Jetty Rock.
Sure. So the Jetty Rock Foundation was launched after Superstorm Sandy when, if you remember the T-shirt that they put out, raised a couple $100,000 and suddenly realized we needed to donate that back into the community. And the best way to do that was to form the Jetty Rock Foundation. So that was the springboard for that. So here we are all these years later. We actually have an executive director. We now have an environmental director, Kyle Gronostowski. And we have 3 buckets that really help our community through education, storm relief, and clean water. And we're constantly working on bringing more funds in, spreading the message of what the Jetty Rock Foundation does through its oyster shell recycling project and the partnership we have with the Barnegat Oyster Collective.
Awesome work. You'll look around the community and you'll see they're involved in so many different things. They've done a lot in the community. A lot of it with a lot of fanfare and a whole lot without. But anyway, Jetty Corporation does a great job. Folks are over here. They got a trailer over here with some of their apparel, based in Manahawkin, but basically all throughout our community, they do great stuff. Joe, thanks a million, man, for coming. Appreciate Jetty being a part of our Marlin Fest and the tournament. And man, it's just great to have you guys here. And look for that logo, Jetty Supply. All right, y'all. We'll be back in just a little bit with some really special guests, and I'm going to be the thorn between 2 roses. Here we go.
Understand the fish. Design the bait. No, redesign it. Trim this. Add that. Definitely more of that. Perfect. Will they smash it? Smashing it and holding it. That's how we do it. That's the formulas. Tweak the colors. Make it sing. Make it dance. Optimize design for that lateral line. All with a single track mind for getting hit, staying bit, ripping lips, for making any fish your fish. That's our science. Berkeley Science, baby.
Oh, we're live. And I have 2 really great guests here. These 2 gals have done an awful lot for the Bay behind us, and they're great storytellers. And Corrine Ruff, my left, Angela Anderson, back again tonight. These are the Oyster gals, and they're bubbly and fun. Anyway, they did this film called The Oyster Farmers. It's great. You can catch it on, I guess you get it through Amazon. It's probably YouTube somewhere and all over. But the Oyster Farmers film is kind of like a benchmark for the start of telling the story about how Barnegat Bay is being rebuilt in Little Egg Bay. And this whole new industry that's coming in with guys starting farms, growing oysters, and what that does for the Bay. So I talked to Angela a lot last night about that, but I'm going to throw it to Corrine and have you tell a little bit about what you got coming and what you've been doing, and tell me a little bit about where you got the idea and how it's going.
Oh, sure. Hi, everybody out there and out here. Well, I grew up here. I had a grandmother that lived on 23rd Street in Surf City, so I spent my childhood here and eating clams and loving clams and not ever realizing, as I did one day walking along the beach, as I picked up a beautiful oyster shell, that there were oysters here. So I was excited, and of course I picked up oyster shells before, but for some reason I was thinking, why is this it was an ancient oyster shell, a really giant, probably like a 11-inch oyster shell. And so, of course, I called Angela, and I wanted to know more about these ancient oyster shells. It was actually black and gray. It was beautiful, had a lot of layering to it. And we started talking about it, and basically, the bay behind us, the beautiful bay that I swam in and crabbed in and fished in and clammed in with my dad, used to be filled with oysters, and I didn't know it, and nobody that I knew it, except for people that were maybe, in their 90s, that maybe had a recollection of maybe knowing about the oysters. And as I started to research it more myself, I got excited about oyster farms and oyster farming because I read one little article about this guy in this hot red boat zipping around the bay, whose name was Matt Gregg, and who was an oyster farmer on the north end of the bay. And he was starting, I guess it was in 2012, 2013, to become the leader, which he is today, and the spark and the force behind the whole oyster revolution, or renaissance, I guess is a prettier word to say, about oysters coming back into the bay, and he's done an incredible job. And because of him and his story, we got the Jetty Rock Foundation, who obviously are all about the water, excited about the storyline, which was the renaissance of the oyster via the oyster farmers in the bay.
That's way cool. And that was the spark for the film. And now this industry that's grown has really become, as you said, like a force in the Bay. I mean, served locally at restaurants here, also shipped through markets throughout the United States, really. I know I've had them shipped to me in Florida. So I can enjoy a Barnegat Bay oyster at any time of the year. Angela, Long Beach Township, reigning queen of everything environmental, and the field station. Talk a little bit about your field station again, just so folks tonight know what you're talking about.
Sure thing. Thanks for having me back. I had so much fun last night, so I'm glad to be back again tonight. We're going to make this a regular thing, right?
Absolutely.
Yes, yep, definitely. So Angela Anderson, I am the field station manager for the Long Beach Township Marine Education Field Station down on Osborne Avenue. Most people think you're still in Beach Haven when you go south, but you're not. It actually turns back into township. It's crazy the way the township is laid out on the island. You got to go through every town to get through one part of township. So down in Holgate, there's a gem of a place right on Osborne Avenue overlooking Little Egg Harbor Bay. Come visit me there anytime. One of the baked-in programs that we have there is our oyster shell recycling program. Jetty Rock Foundation is our partner in marketing and outreach. And Corinne and I kind of made that the call to action in the Oyster Farmers film. So definitely get out there, watch the film. And Mayor Mancini of Long Beach Township kind of was the linchpin in that, because when we were talking about it, and at the time, right, Corinne, Stockton was collecting shell. It was Dave Ambrose in the back of his pickup truck, just picking up shell. Melanie's like, sure, you can take our shell. Literal Society was working with them. They had some money. And we're like, how do you make this on a large scale? How can we be like other coastal towns and coastal states that absolutely are not going to throw this valuable shell into the garbage? And Mayor Mancini's like, well, what do you guys need? And we're like, we need a guy and we need a truck. And so happens to be the original guy was just sitting right next to you. Yeah. Joe Mangino, let's go. He was the very first and only shell recycling specialist for Long Beach Township. And he was handpicked by me. He and I went to college together. And here we go. So we said he's got to be the guy, and Mayor Mancini offered us a truck. And now here we are, 40,000 bushels later, closing the loop on the story of the oyster farmers until we get to the next one.
Now I'm really interested. All right, Corinne, tell me about the next chapter. What are we going to do?
Well, top secret, but I'll tell you because you're here sitting next to me. Okay, Carl? All right. Carl's going to hear it first. Well, we have to do a second film because the story has grown so much in the past 6 years. So where there were like 0 oyster farmers, 1 oyster farmer. Now there's what, Angela? At 12, 18, there's a bunch of varieties of oysters because of the oyster farmers that came to the bay. And for anyone who's listening, you can go look up the morning at oystercollective.com, where you can actually see that Matt Gregg is a smart boy, because he started the collective to have other oyster farmers come under his wing, show them the ropes, show them how to get the leases that they have to actually be able to become an oyster farmer, changed a gazillion regulations, fought for the space and the right for them to actually grow the industry. So anyway, he's, again, back to Matt Gregg. Talk about Matt Gregg. So anyway, if you look at the Barnegat Oyster Collective, you can see how many amazing different varieties they have of oysters. Of course, there's Maxwell shellfish and Parson seafood. Those are the three that we focused on, those three stories in our first film. But there's so many stories coming out of the Bay that we really do need to do another film to really give them a, high five in the sense that they've worked really hard to bring the industry back, and they have, and it's bigger and better than ever. And there's a few twists in the story. Of course, any good story has a little bit of drama in it, so we have that. Hoping to start rolling on that in 2024. Maybe Captain Carl will do a cameo in it.
Never know.
We need him. We'll do it. We love it.
You never know.
Thanks, Carl.
Never. If I can help, I will. All right. Well, it's a great story. The Greater Barnegat Bay watershed, Little Lake Harbor Bay, very important piece of water body. It's the largest piece of water body in New Jersey. I believe there's 19 rivers that flow into the Greater Barnegat Bay watershed, maybe a couple more. And then below us we have the Great Bay, and there's just a great history of watermen. There's a great history of the sea, fish, crabs, clams. I mean, we had Tuckerton over there. It was called Clam Town, largest clam producing place in the world. I mean, it's a great story, and it's coming back because, like everything, the resource was harvested, and now they're putting into the resource to be able to harvest, which changes the whole thing.
Exactly. And that does that. The circle of life that you just talked about, the most important part of it, which Angela sniffed out from the beginning, which was the shell. And so the shell that you have on your dinner plates and at happy hour will be recycled. And by that I mean it sits out, dries out, they put it back in the bay so that other oyster larvae can grow on it. And those oysters filter, just one adult oyster, 50 gallons of water a day. And so it's a great story, and we return back to the shell, because the shell, which was the most important key to the oysters growing back here behind us, after it was decimated and the oysters couldn't grow on the shell again, because the shell basically, it was just mud and had been over harvested and disease, and there's all kinds of reasons that you can see in the film. But to bring that shell back in a different form but have it do the same function is powerful, and it's there's so many uses for it, and I really credit Angela for having the thought in her head, as she always said, follow the shell, and that became the tagline. It's on the tents. It's the name of the program. So, great job, Angela.
It is great.
Team power.
Team power. That's a great story. Anyway, all right. Again, we're not fishing today. A little bit windy here on the Old Bay, but tomorrow's a new day. We've got people going, and we have one boat with 3 big-eye tunas, and we've got the shark bite in the lead in the White Marlin category release, and we'll be back after a little bit. Hopefully I can get these two to stick around. We'll talk a little bit more about some other stuff. But anyway, we're going to put the drone in the sky and show you around Marlin Fest, and we'll be back after a little bit. Thank you. After high school, I left, right? Like, I was off my way. I went to school in Kutztown. I went a year, took a year off, went to Florida. I went a year off to Florida. So I graduated 4 and a semester, 4 and 1 semester.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, come on down to the scale area. It's time to give away some prizes. Make your way down to the scales. We're going to be giving away a couple prizes here. All right, we have some trivia questions. If you know the answer, put your hand up. We'll come out and give you a prize. What is Elvis Presley's home in Memphis called? Put your hand up. That is correct, Graceland. All right, we have another question. What name is singer and actor Stephanie Germanotta, best known as Lady Gaga? That's right. All right. Who likes sports? Who's into football? Which NFL team won Super Bowl 52? Giants won Super Bowl 52. Not other end of the state or other end of the area. Go ahead. No, not LA. Super Bowl 52 champions. Eagles. That's right. That's right. It was the Eagles and not the Giants. See? All right. All right. Here we go. This one might be a little difficult. Who likes movies? In the movie Castaway, which company logo featured or contained an arrow between two of the letters? What was that? Not UPS. FedEx. That's right. All right, little fishing trivia. Which rod and reel company was founded in Philadelphia, 1932? My man back there with Penn. All right, some local trivia for this event here today. Which vendor here at the Marlin Fest was started by a 10-year-old boy named Richie? Bunker Bros, that's right. Check him out over there at the Bunker Bros tent. 10 years old, he started that. All right, country music artist made this 90s soft rock song jump to the top of the charts. The present day. I'm looking for a kid on this one. Country music artist who made this 90s soft rock song jump to the top of the music charts. Currently on the top of the charts. Go ahead, man. Luke Combs with the song Fast Car. Who was the original artist of that song? Tracy Chapman. Dad's teaching the kids right. So, how many years has the Beach Haven Marlin and Tuna Club held this tournament? How many years have they held this tournament? 54 years. Absolutely right. We are at 54 years. What is the fastest aquatic fish? Sailfish. Absolutely right. This is Richie from Bunker Bros right over here. What is the largest ocean in the world? Pacific. Very good. All right, last question for trivia right now. What body of water are we looking at right there? The Atlantic. That's that way. What's this way? Barnegat Bay. Good job, Barnegat Bay. All right. We got any kids out here that want to participate? Help us out here. Any kids out here that want to participate? All right. My man with the red shirt. You have a parent or adult with you? Good. Bring them out with you. You can come in right where Miss Cindy is, right down there. Anybody else? Any kids down here with a parent? All alone. Anybody else want to help us out? Come on and help us out. Do you have a kid with you? No? It's not a question. All right, bring them on out. Anybody else? All right, bring them on out. Great job. Where are you guys from?
Right up the island.
Right up the island. Awesome. How about you guys? Welcome. Where are you from?
Long Island.
Oh, awesome. Well, have you moved your way down there for us? Excellent. Where are you guys from?
Hackettstown, New Jersey.
Hackettstown, New Jersey. Anybody from Hackettstown here? Awesome. Oh, we got one more. Where are you guys from? Bayville. Bayville's in the house tonight. Awesome. So we got Team 1, Team 2, Team 3, and Team 4. So, have you ever seen the fish on dance? Have you ever done the fish on dance? No? You ever see the dance where the person casts the rod and then reels you back in and the other person's the fish? We're going to see who can do that the best here. Team 1, Team 2, Team 3, and Team 4. So let's make some room. Where's your fish going? Who's going to be the fisherman? Let's figure it out real quick. Everybody make their decisions. All right, we ready? Let's cheer them on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see who can do the best. Let's go, Team 1, you're first up. You gotta cast your rod and catch your fish. Let's see it. Cheer them on, Team 1. All right. Team 2, let's see your fish. Team 3, let's do it. Team 4. Whoa. Great job, great job. So, who thought Team 1 did it? Who thought Team 2 did it the best? Who thought Team 3? How about Team 4? All right. Team 1, we are eliminating you from this round. So Team 2, if you could just move that a little bit, that'd be great. Team 3, Team 4. Now, switch your partner. Switch your partner. All right, Team 2, are you ready down there? Let's see Team 2, let's cheer them on. Over-eager fish on Team 2. All right, Team 3, are you ready? Here we go. Great job. Let's see Team 4. Make some noise for them. So who thought Team 2 was the best? How about Team 3? Team 4? I don't know. I think Team 3 and Team 4. There's a little bit of a tie there. Who thought Team 3 got it? Team 4. Team 4 is taking it home. Great job. Thank you very much for our contestants. We'll get you a prize down here. Make some noise for them out there.
talking about you. You like my gin and tonic kisses, 'cause you know they taste so sweet. And I know you got your misses, but there ain't no one like me. Talking about you. I'm talking about you. Ooh, gonna feel this in the morning.
All right. So one more little thing I want to talk about is with Angela and Corrine is the shell and the connection to the restaurants here on the island. When you sit down and order a plate of oysters, that shell doesn't just go in the can and into the trash. So Angela, tell me a little bit about that and what restaurants are participating.
Sure thing. I really give a lot of credit to the restaurants. Think about this. We started this in 2017, collecting shell. And, you know, we wanted it to be a success. We hand delivered all the buckets to them. We trained their staffs. And we just, you know, ideas, even if you give us one clean bucket a week, great. Whatever you can do, we don't want to stress out the staff. So as we were building it, you know, they started getting excited. They started saying that we want to let our you know, consumers know what we're doing. And that's always been the problem, not the linchpin, the problem, because we're kind of like, once that comes to your plate, how do you know that those shells are being recycled, right? Should it be on the menu? How do you do that? It's really hard. I don't know, anybody that's been in a restaurant down here in August, like that staff is hustling. It's busy. People are, you know, waiting. So how do you do that? So it's a very slow process, because here we are, 2023, right? We started with 5 restaurants. We're up to over 12. We've got one of our very first raw bars that were on the island, Bistro 14. 20 years ago, they were serving Mullica rivers. And the funny story about Bistro 14 and Matt Gregg, who Corrine was talking about earlier, one of the co-founders with Scott Lennox of Barnegat Oyster Collective, his very first grown bag of oysters delivered to a restaurant, his mom drove him to Bistro 14 and he hand delivered them to Rich. So talk about a homegrown way of doing that. So we have the list of the restaurants on our website, and the farthest north on the island that we go is Surf City to Boulevard Clams, Neil Sulish. Beautiful, clean, does them great. Howard's Restaurant, I think Kevin actually puts them in the dishwasher. Yeah, and I think Steve DePietro at Blue Water actually put oysters on the menu just so he could be part of the program. I love it. Yep. A couple of the restaurants like Black Whale and Delaware Oyster House, they're tight on neighbors. You know, there's people right next door. So we've been trying to work creatively with them to be successful at collecting the shell and being on top of a neighbor. So we, Jetty Rock, they are our supplier, right? They do these fundraisers like we were talking about, Celebration coming up October 7th. They got these new little toters. We started with fish baskets, then we went to buckets, and now we have these little mini toters. They look like the trash cans that come with like automated. We found those are working really well for Delaware Oyster House, so we're going to start to use those at the other restaurants that are doing it. Triton, of course, you go there, they're banging it out. So each year we try to like revisit everybody, say what worked, what didn't, and then we try to pull in maybe 1 or 2 new restaurants to do that. Of course, Birds, Parker's, they're all doing it. And of course, our big clam supplier is Country Kettle Chowder.
Nice. Country Kettle Chowder. I guess Chowder Fest is coming back this year, another big event, Long Beach Island and here in Beach Haven. It took a little break, but it's coming back. Anyway, you guys, thank you very much. Corrine, pleasure to have you. And Angela, thanks so much for coming back. Really enjoy it. We're going to crank up some music. Again, we had no fishing today. Everybody took a lay day. Tomorrow, come on down to Marlin Fest for the weigh-in, because there's going to be 54 boats coming in here with big catches, we hope. Anyway, we got the Shark Bite in the lead in the White Marlin. We've got the Bandit in the lead with Tuna, and that leaderboard will probably shake up tomorrow and be all changed around. Anyway, enjoy some sights and sounds, and we're going to turn up the music, and we'll be back here after just a little bit.
One more time, one more time. one more time. One more time, we're gonna celebrate. Oh yeah, alright. Don't stop the dancing. One more time, we're gonna celebrate. Oh yeah, don't stop the dancing. One more time. You know I'm just feeling celebration tonight. Celebrate. Don't wait too late. No, you don't stop. You can't stop. We're gonna celebrate one more time. One more time. One more time. A celebration. You know we're gonna do it right tonight. Hey, just feel it. Music's got me feeling the need. Yeah. Come on. All right. We're gonna celebrate one more time. Celebrate and dance so free. Music's got me feeling so free. Celebrate and dance so free. One more time. Music's got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate. Celebrate and dance so free. One more time. Music's got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate. Celebrate and dance so free. One more time. Music's got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate. Celebrate and dance so free. One more time. Music's got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate. Celebrate and dance so free. One more time. Music's got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate. Celebrate and dance so free. One more time. Music's got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate. Celebrate and dance so free. One more time. Music's got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate. Celebrate and dance so free. One more time. Music's got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate. Celebrate and dance so free. One more time. Music's got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate. One more time. Music's got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate. Celebrate and dance so free. One more time. Music's got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate. Celebrate and dance so free. One more time. Music's got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate. Celebrate and dance so free. One more time. Music's got me feeling so free. We're gonna celebrate. Celebrate and dance so free.
Freaking night of my life, and wherever it takes me, I'm down for the ride. Baby, don't you know I'm good? Yeah, I'm feeling alright. 'Cause I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright. Baby, I'ma have the best freaking night of my life, and wherever it takes me, I'm down for the ride. Baby, don't you know I'm good? Yeah, I'm feeling alright. Don't you know I'm good?
comfort. We have traveled land and sea, but as long as you are with me, there's no place I'd rather be. I would away forever, exalted.
All right, no fishing today. 54th annual Beach Haven White Marlin Invitational. We'll be back tomorrow night here at Marlin Fest. We're going to play some music and finish out tonight. Enjoy your time walking around and everything, checking it all out. But we'll be back tomorrow night, 5 o'clock till 8 o'clock. The scales will be open. We got 54 boats tomorrow vying for the top prizes. Anyway, come on back tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of the evening here in Beach Haven. Everybody have a great time. Enjoy Marlin Fest, and good luck to all the boats fishing tomorrow. Thank you all.
Funded in part by a grant from the Ocean County Board of Commissioners. Explore more at oceancountytourism.com.